Chapter 4. Implementing your Smart Waste Management Plan, Steps 5 to 8. Step 5. Duty of Care. In this step, you'll identify the waste haulers and recyclers that will handle each type of waste. It's important to keep a record of what waste management contractors you're using and confirming that they have the necessary licenses and permits. The Duty of Care section summarizes the duty of care information for your project based on waste contractors entered at a company level and assigned to the project. This section gives you the option of entering your haulers and ensuring that they have the necessary license. You can confirm if they're licensed to take hazardous materials. And in this step, you'll identify the waste haulers and recyclers that will handle each type of waste. It's important to keep a record of what waste management contractors you're using and confirm that they have the necessary licenses and permits. And once you've completed this step, save the information and proceed to the next step, training. Training is an important part of implementing a waste site management plan because those involved in your project must understand the steps being taken to minimize waste. In Step 6, you will track the type of training, how it was delivered, and the training materials used. First, use the checkboxes to indicate the type of training that has been provided. Next, indicate where your training log is kept. Provide a link to your training log, or create your own log using the SMARTWaste Canada tool. You can also include the activities you've used to communicate the plan on the complete, indicate that all of the required information has been entered on the page, and select Submit. Step 7. Actuals. This step gives you an overall picture of the waste generated by your project, comparing the amount forecasted in Step 3 with the amount of waste actually generated. The Add Waste Data page helps you carefully track when waste is removed from the site, by whom, how, and the amount of waste that is being removed, the type, and where it's going. To navigate to the Add Waste Data page, select it from the project menu at the top of your screen. Fill in the required fields and add as much information as possible. First, enter the date the waste was transferred. Next, select the waste management contractor and the waste management destination from the drop-down menus. The options in the drop-down menu are populated by the information you added when setting up the company information and the project information. This makes entering your data much easier. Enter the waste transfer license number and the container reference. Then select the container type and the amount of compaction from the drop-down menus. Now, include the number of containers and select the work package the waste is from. The work package information is a drop-down menu created from the information you already entered in the SMARTWaste planning tool. Then select the overall tonnage of waste and the project phase the waste is from. You can also link to the scanned copy of the waste transfer license number. The SMARTWaste planning software makes it much easier to calculate the type and amount of waste your project has generated with the listing of the different categories of possible construction waste. In our example here, we generated drywall waste. We'll indicate that the container is full of drywall waste. We will add this waste data to our calculation. And once we've added this information, a new Add Waste Data screen will appear. Next, we'll add the waste data related to the drywall work that was performed on the project by indicating that a container of binders was also hauled away from the site. Step 8. Ongoing review of implementation. Now, once you've entered the actual waste generated by your project, return to the Project menu, Smart Waste Management Plan, Home. You're now ready for Step 8, the ongoing review of implementation. The Smart Waste Management Plan should be reviewed regularly. The Smart Waste Planning tool has a convenient log that helps you keep track of when the plan was monitored and the outcomes. It's suggested that the plan be reviewed at least once a month. To add information to the log, select the Add button on the left side of your screen. This will bring you to the Edit Implementation Review screen, where you can add the date and the name of the person who reviewed the plan. This is selected from the people involved in the project that you defined in Step 1, Roles and Responsibilities. Now you can add any notes about the review and what was done, and then select Submit to add the information to your log.